903 Boxing. I'm your host, Charles. Hey. Yeah, this that soulful flow right here, man. Boxing and balls. And a whole lot of sauce. A lot of sauce. Okay. I just had to put some soul in it. Who making music for the people? I don't know many. Yeah, we the underdogs, but this gon' be a cold finish. I'm feeling like a scene rotten. Remember when it stole Linux? 5 on the 8, I damn near did the whole sentence. Ate so much cold chicken, I couldn't imagine it smothered. If you ain't from the streets, you couldn't imagine the struggle. Imagine a mother with 5 kids, no dad in the puzzle. Hold up, now we back in the gutter. Passionate lovers, when I lost my dad, I had to recover. Hold up, wait again. I tried to talk about the past and I stutter. Yeah, the cash was recovered, but for Keisha, I give my last just a hug. How can you love me when you laugh at your brother? I feel like that's telling. I'm fighting for redemption like Joe Louis versus Max Miller. If nothing else works, I'm back selling. Ain't too many options for a black fella. Moment of silence.
What it do, what it do? It's 903 Boxing. I'm your host, Charles Trey. Say, man, shout out to my audience. Shout out to those that's rocking with me. Yo, we back in the kitchen. There's a whole lot of goddamn sauce in this pot, man. Let's get to the shit. Boy, my phone be doing all kind of shit. Trey Reed was found hanging from a tree at a college in Mississippi. I meant to touch on this earlier, but I put it out. I said, I'm gonna touch on it tomorrow. But after I just saw what I saw, black folks, I ain't seen us cry over nobody like this in a long time. Like I said, we didn't cry over Prince like this. We didn't cry over Michael Jackson or Whitney or none of them. We didn't cry over Whitney's daughter the way we cried over what's the boy name again? I done forgot the boy name. The white boy that got gunned down. Charlie, yo Charlie. Yeah, boy, the outrage. I seen gangsters cry. Yeah, I ain't bullshit. They say gangsters ain't supposed to cry. What that shit? No, no, no. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They say a man ain't supposed to cry. No, no, no. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They say a man. Man, I've seen gangsters cry. You know what broke the straw off the goddamn camel's back? When I saw Barack Obama come out and speak on this Charlie Kirk, that done it. That done. See, I left Barack Obama alone. When he came out and said every black boy needs a gay friend, I left that alone. I done left the boy alone 8 years. He never did nothing for us. He passed laws for gays. He passed laws for a bunch of non-blacks, but he never did one thing for black folk. He act like he didn't know us, but once he got out of office and then had the audacity to tell black people to vote for Kamala Harris, who ain't black, who don't claim to be black. She didn't start claiming to be black till she tried to run for president and tried to fool us just like Barack. I don't consider Barack a black man. His father's an African and his mama was white. He wasn't even raised under our culture. No, he's not a black man to me. He's not a black man because he never cried over us. Do you realize the rise in killings amongst police cops and unarmed black men? It was a rise in it during the time he was a president. White folks went crazy, especially poor whites. Mass shootings started happening more and more often while he was president that he did not speak on. Barack Obama ain't never really spoke on the death of unarmed black men. He passed a law to protect the police. He passed the little body cam and shit. Has that stopped police brutality? Has body cam footage stopped laws from killing us? What we saw on camera when all them laws, what about 7 laws that killed the black man while he was in jail? Did we not see that? How did Barack Obama speak on that? Whereas all the black people, I told y'all. I told you. We in love with white folks, bro. We love them more than we love ourselves. Is this not proof? Have I proven it? Have I not? I've been saying it since I started this channel. We are in love with them people, bro. And we love them more than we love ourselves. Have I proven it? Do you see the outrage? And this is a white boy that didn't like black people. They wanted to free the dude that killed George Floyd. They said George Floyd deserved to die. Black women ain't shit. They're a bunch of broke, sorry, lazy. Black folks ain't shit. We don't deserve reparations. Spoke again. Am I saying the man deserved to lose his life? No. Am I celebrating the man losing his life? No. But do I give a fuck? No. That's white on white crime. You know another thing, you know what we should really be talking about? They always talking about black on black crime. Can we start talking about white on white crime? Because white biker gangs kill other white biker gangs. White gangs kill other white gangs. The Aryan Brotherhood ain't cool with the Aryan Circle. Yeah, you got the AB and the AC, and they really don't really get along, but they both hate black folks. Can we start talking about white on white crime? Can we start talking about Asian on Asian crime? Because 95% of all white men are killed by other white men. 99% of all white people that are murdered, they're murdered by white people. Most Asians kill other Asians. Just like most black people kill, you kill what you around. So can we stop this black on black crime thing? Why it ain't no thing about white folks killing each other and selling meth to each other? Well, remember the hair run shit when they started giving white folks needles and shit and calling it an epidemic and trying to help white folks and saying them folks was sick and they don't belong in prison. They just sick and they drug addicts that need help. But look at the crack era. They raised the amount of time you get for getting caught with a crack rock versus cocaine. They didn't feel sorry for the crackheads. They started locking them up even more and giving them more time. For a dime rock, you get 30 goddamn years. But we cry for them people. Anytime anything happen to white folks, boy, we cry. You know, white folks have no excuse to hate us no more. We've become everything they ever said we was. We've become everything they brainwashed us to be. We are not a danger to them people. We are not a threat to white folks at all. So why do they still hate us? Why do we still got these racist white gangs? It ain't no need, bro. Crips and Bloods is the Ku Klux Klan. That's the new Ku Klux Klan. These rappers, they are the Aryan Brotherhood. Why do y'all still need these racist groups? Why do you still have to mass incarcerate us, bro? We cool in the ghettos, bro. We gonna kill each other. We gonna sell dope to each other. We don't even need y'all hating us no more. But you still got white boys getting up, being bred and raised to grow up one day and kill a bunch of black people, like that white boy did in the black church. How he prayed with them black people and killed them. How many black people came out and cried over that? I have never seen so many black people come out and cry for somebody. And this white boy didn't even like black people. Black people are crying. We are crying. Ain't nobody talking about this black boy that was found hanging for. You know, every time a black man get killed by a white man, you know what black folks do and what the media do? Maybe they just trained us to be this way. You know, the first thing we say, well, we gotta wait because we don't know if it was foul play. We don't know if he had a gun on him. We don't know if he might have had a gun. He might have been high or something like that. We don't know. Just like when this dude got hung, I seen black channels already. Hey, the coroner report is saying that there's no foul play. So let's just stop. Let's not try to call it a hate crime. What? How long have black men been getting hung from trees? Can we stop acting like that shit don't go back to the slave days? Black men used to get hung, and he still do. See, I've been saying this since I started this channel. Black men have been found hanging from trees for the last... It never stopped. Look up this year how many black men were found hung from trees. Look up last year. Look up the year before. Just search black men hung from trees. It happens very often. We still get hung from trees. So now, and then you know another thing, if it's such foul play, did they say they found a chair or a ladder? Because he got to climb himself up to hang himself. So they're saying it ain't no foul play. Well, it must have been a ladder then. He climbed himself up to tie the rope around the tree, tie it to his neck, and jump off. I ain't heard nobody say they saw a chair or a ladder for him to get himself up to that tree, tie it around, and hang himself. It's sad. But you know what, black people? I'm not that mad at you. I know what we was bred to be. And after hundreds and hundreds of years of being taught to hate ourselves and to love them, obey your master, we can't get them teachings out of our head. I get it. I get it, black people. We was treated like lab rats. We was brainwashed for years, for generation after generation after generation. That's why we ain't been able to love ourselves, because we've been too busy loving them. We love the very motherfucker that hate our guts, that brutalized us. We love them. Even gangsters, gangbangers love white folks. Yeah, that's why we let white boys be Bloods and Crips. We love them people, bro. We not only love them people, we are in love with white folks. Back, like I said, you know the saddest thing about white folks would make them, I call them devils. There's no other way to describe. How do you hate a group of people that love you? We bathed you motherfuckers. We fed you motherfuckers. We cooked for you. We clipped your goddamn toenails. You crusted carcass toenails. We washed your stinking ass hair, because we know you motherfuckers smell like dogs when you get wet. No. We loved you better than you loved yourself. Why do you hate these people, white folks? Why do you hate the person that don't even bother you? We don't even snatch white women purses no more. Black gangs only kill black people. We don't bother y'all. The white boy that sell dope, black folks don't rob him. We rob black drug dealers. We may rob the Mexican. Yeah, we might run off on the Mexican plug. We might do some shit. We don't fuck with y'all, bro. We don't bother y'all. Only time we really see white folks is when we at the doctor, the courtroom, or the grocery store. Because we got to go to y'all to get something to eat. And we got to go to y'all when our stomach hurt. And we got to go to y'all when we go to jail to bond out. That's the only time. Listen, when you in the city like Dallas, see, because I moved to Dallas when I was 15. And I'm from East Texas. And it's a lot of white folks in East Texas. So, rich white folks. It's black folks. It's hood in East Texas. But when I went to Dallas, I seen some different shit. You know, I was in the Oak Cliff over there off Ledbetter. Went to Maceo my first year, Roosevelt my sophomore year, over there in Oak Cliff. So when I moved with my granddad in Oak Cliff, the first thing I noticed, this is why I didn't realize how brainwashed I was. First thing I asked my granddad is, Granddaddy, what white folks at? All I see is black folks and Mexicans. That's all. I didn't see white folks till my granddaddy went to the doctor's office. Yeah, I ain't bullshit. And when I asked my granddaddy, Granddaddy, where white folks at? Oh, he said, you got to go to North Dallas. Yeah, you got to go to far North Dallas, Mesquite, Richardson, South Lake Curl, or some shit like. You don't see white folks unless they on dope. No. It was a long time before I saw white folks. I wasn't used to that, because I'm East Texas. You gonna see white folks. They got plenty of money out there. They run everything. You see white folks in East Texas very often, but in the cities, Dallas, Houston, Chicago, Philadelphia, you ain't gonna see white folks till you go to the doctor's office. You ain't gonna see white folks until you get some handcuffs slapped on you. You ain't gonna see white folks till you need a teeth pull. You ain't gonna see white folks till you go to the As a matter of fact, even the grocery store, we done see white folks. Yeah, Menards. Yeah, there ain't number black. What you know about Menards? Yeah, Menards over there on Ledbetter. Goddamn me. And what's that Fiesta on Lancaster? Yeah. Fiesta. That's the store we used to go to. And we used to go to Tom Thumb. Yeah, over there on is that Westmoreland? Yeah, Tom Thumb, Minyard, and Fiesta over there on Lancaster over there at Fiesta. Yeah. I didn't see white folks for a long. No, but the point I'm making is, we ain't even, especially in the cities, bro. You never really see white folks, so we're never bothering y'all, bro. We got our own destruction with these drugs y'all done put on our streets. We got these guns and all this shit that y'all done put on our streets. Why do y'all hate us so much? You still hate us. This is why I say white folks today are far worse than than their ancestors. At least white folks back then, we thrived more. Look at all the diseases out now. It wasn't no diseases like that back then. Y'all ancestors wasn't that evil. See, today y'all got all kind of evil scientists. You're poisoning all our food in the ghetto. You feeding us all kind of shit. For all I know, black folks, we eat rats every day. We eat rats and all kind of possums and all kind of rodents and shit. We don't know what we eating. You infecting all the medicine. My sister had cancer. She had surgery. They cut off one of her breasts. Gave her chemo, which is supposed to heal you. Chemo is like Russian roulette. Them chemo treatments, they say it's supposed to kill the cancer. Also, it can make it spread faster. When they cut her breast out, when the air hit it, it can do one or two things. It can kill it, or it can make it spread even faster. Ain't that some demonic shit? What kind of healing is that? I'ma heal you, but it might kill you too. No, bro. See, we talk that Christianity and it's a Christian nation. For one, why we have a white church and a black church, black folk. Can y'all ever explain that to me? Because y'all want to take up for old Charlie and he represented Christian morals. Why come the white church had never joined hands with the black church? Why can't we all be Christians, black folks? You ever thought in the back of your thoughts to ask that shit? Why the fuck we ain't all Christians, and why don't the white church come to the black church and we sing? Why don't we sing the same? Because when you go to the white church, they don't sing them songs we sing. Victory is mine. Victory today is mine. I told Satan to get thee behind. Victory today is mine. Joy is mine. Joy today. I ain't never heard white folks saying that. I ain't never heard them. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound. Nah, I ain't never heard that. I ain't never heard. What's that other one? Yes. Yeah, yeah, yes. I love you, Lord. 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 I ain't never heard white folks sing. We don't even sing the same songs. We don't dance the same. We don't move the same. We ain't nothing alike. And we don't fellowship together. No, pimping. White folk, let's quit playing, bro. Let's quit playing. The day white folks and black folks fellowship together and we really be a Christian nation, I don't know, I might think about picking up the Bible or whatever. Man, I don't believe. Man, listen, bro. That shit ain't never changed white folks. I don't want to practice nothing when the motherfucker who gave me that Bible still hate my gut. So now I don't believe in religion. I don't believe in none of that shit. Nah. Till that white boy get that hate out of his motherfucking heart, then I'll be a Christian. Yeah, you motherfuckers want me to be a Christian so bad. Tell that white boy get that hate out of his motherfucking heart. And then we can all pick up the Bible and we can really practice that shit Jesus talked about. Till then, bro, everybody just playing. We play church. You motherfuckers be the same you was Monday morning. The same you was. Yeah, we just one day out the week. You feel good for a few hours. Shit, boy, but after 2-3 hours out the church, you drink your beer, smoke your blunt, get back on Facebook. Now, most of you motherfuckers, within 2 hours after being in church, you back on Facebook. So I ain't seen it change the black community, and I ain't seen it take the hate out of white folks' heart. So I don't believe in religion. Islam either. Islam ain't never made the Arabs feel remorse for what they did to us. Nah, they didn't do us as bad as white folks, but Arabs did us bad. I ain't never seen Islam change them. So nah, I don't believe in religion. White boy ain't never said, hey, I'm sorry, black folks. I ain't gonna do shit for you, but I'm sorry. White boy ain't never even apologized for the hate. And the hate has never stopped. You can't point, it ain't been a year. Name 1 year where white folks stopped mistreating us. From 1865 to 2025, since we so-called been free, name 1 year where they put their foot off our neck. Name 1 goddamn year. From 1865 to 2005 today, name 1 motherfucking year where they said, you know what, we're going to give y'all a break this year. We ain't gonna kill you. We ain't gonna hang you. We ain't gonna poison you motherfuckers. We ain't gonna fire you. We ain't gonna lay you off. We ain't gonna deny you of medical benefit. Nah, bro. The hate has never stopped. That's why I say, bro, this a demon we ain't never seen. We ain't never seen a demon that never stopped hating. They gonna come up with another drug. Well, they got fentanyl right now. But they gonna come out with something worse than that, bro. The different drugs they coming out with, the different diseases. Look at Corona. People still catching the coronavirus. AIDS. Look at all these diseases that's just man-made and they won't go nowhere. People still catching AIDS. You know? We dealing with a devil and we dealing with a machine of demons that won't stop. They won't stop, bro. This was a demonic system, and black folks got the nerve to cry over old Charlie. White boy ain't never cried over us. We die every day. Every day I look on Facebook, young black men are dying. Young black men are being choked the fuck out, killed by the police. They ain't never cried for us. I'd be damned if I cry for a white boy. I'd be damned if I cry for a Charlie or any other white boy. That's white on white crime. That ain't got nothing to do with black folks. You would think Charlie Kirk is Martin Luther King. You would think Charlie Kirk is Malcolm X. You would think he's Huey P. Newton. You would think he's one of our leaders. He fought for something. I see so many black folks. Well, I didn't agree with everything he said, but he did not deserve that. When have y'all said this about a black man? We love them people, bro. We love them people more than we love ourselves. It is a fact. This just further proves it, bro. Black people, we got to accept this so we can change. We have to admit we love white folks more than we love each other. Can we admit it so we can realize that that is a problem and we must change, bro? Do we have to hate them people? Nah, because we'll never hate white folks. Even if I taught hate, and I don't believe in hate, I believe in revolution. And you don't have to hate your enemy to defeat them. You don't have to hate your enemy to come up with a system of change to bring out the old and bring in a new. That's what a revolution is. Or to be a revolutionary, you don't have to hate your oppressor. See, because I don't want to be like the white boy. I want to be like God. And you can still fight against your oppressor and still be a man of God. Because if you ask me, that's what God would want. That's that shit they say Jesus did. But we don't follow that. He went against the system that was ahead of him, and he went against them, and they crucified him for that. Ain't that what they say Jesus done? So if we really supposed to be Christian, shouldn't we fight against the evil system that's in place? That's what Jesus would do. Remember that WWYD, what would Jesus do? If Jesus was here today, he'd fight for his people. And he wasn't fighting for everybody. He was for his people, which was black folks, which is the original people. So I'm for my people. I ain't for nobody else. I am for black folks. And everybody else can fall in line. I ain't got to hate nobody, but I love mine, and I love mine first. And I'm for the freedom and liberation of my people. This is 903 Box, and I'm your host, Charles J. That I'm out.